Hey everyone, welcome and thanks for tuning in to Allied Health Mentors. My name is Eddie, and today I wanted to go over something that I've been working very hard on, something new for me as an allied health professional, and that is this mobile phlebotomy service that I've opened up. As you guys know, if you've watched my other videos, I am a phlebotomist by trade. I've worked in this industry for over 4 years. I'm kind of on this journey to spread the knowledge of allied health professionals and phlebotomy as a whole. And so in doing so, I've been inspired to kind of start a business or a side hustle in my field because I feel like I am a professional. I feel like I do know a lot about this field, and I have a lot more to offer than just drawing blood in an outpatient lab or in a hospital. I feel like I can grow something. So I hope this inspires you guys to realize that your skills are marketable and you can be your own boss. And if you like working in a clinic, that's great, but I do feel like we should all grow something. I think this is due to me reading like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I didn't read it, I listened to the audiobook, but this is a result of that. So yeah, let's get into it. This is Hemovative Mobile Phlebotomy Services. This is my mobile phlebotomy service, and you're probably thinking, why Hemovative? That's kind of a weird name. I know, well, if you know your medical terminology, you would know that hemo is a prefix for blood in medical terminology, and vative is because of the word innovative. Mobile phlebotomy isn't really a new concept. It's been around, but not everybody uses it, and therefore I thought innovative because innovative is something new, and so hemovative. I wanted a word that wasn't going to be easily taken and wasn't already trademarked, because when I was doing my research, everything was already trademarked, so I came up with hemovative, and it's worked out so far. So this is my website. You can go on to the link down below in the description, and you will get to this website if you click that link. But I just wanted to go through it real quick with you guys. So if we scroll down here, you will see my services. So the first service is just in-home or office blood draw. This is the meat and potatoes of mobile phlebotomy. You're skipping out on going to a traditional outpatient laboratory. You're skipping out on the long lines, the congested waiting rooms, the dis diseases and viruses that everyone's scared of right now during the COVID quarantine. Nobody wants to be around people or be exposed to these, pathogens. And so it's very much a convenience to be able to have your blood drawn in home, but it can also be a necessity for patients that are immunocompromised, that are on chemotherapy, that aren't able to get around so easily. They're able to have someone come to their home and get their blood drawn. That is what mobile phlebotomy is. That's why it's so important, and that's why it's marketable. And I will go over pricing and details in a little bit, but this is basically the first thing that I offer. Second thing that I offer is customized lab orders. And so in doing my research on how to open a mobile phlebotomy company, I ran into a great group of other like-minded phlebotomy technicians that are on this same journey, and I found out how patients can order their own lab orders. I know as allied health professionals, we're already told that a doctor needs to sign off on orders or that we need it from the patient's doctor, which is true, and a doctor does technically sign off on these orders, but this website that I've partnered with allows patients just like you and me um, to go ahead and order labs, and you can basically order labs for your patients, and it's completely legal, it's completely safe, and then that patient can forward their results to the doctor. And just an example of how this can be super convenient or super helpful, if you worked in an outpatient lab or in a medical office, sometimes doctors forget to put in orders, or the MA or the nurse forgets to put in the orders for the doctor, and so the patient comes to the lab and then there's no orders there. The patient's frustrated, the doctor's out, we can't get an order for this patient. Well, what if there's a way for this patient just to order their own labs while they're at, let's say, a Quest Diagnostics, and have it drawn, and there's no issue. The patient gets their blood drawn, pays for it themselves, for like something simple like a CBC or CMP. It doesn't cost a lot of money. I'm going to do another video just like this on this website, because I think it's really interesting and I want to show you guys how to use it. So yeah, this is the second thing I offer. Third thing I offer is a sneak peek clinical early gender DNA test. This is a really cool DNA test that allows women to find out the gender of their baby as early as 8 weeks into their pregnancy, which is super early. I think for regular women, I believe 3D ultrasounds, you can tell like 12, 14 weeks, something like that. And then I think like a regular ultrasound, that you would go to the clinic for. I think it's like 20 weeks. I don't know the exact numbers, but still, 8 weeks is super early for you to know if one, if you're pregnant, and two, to know the gender of your pregnancy. With a simple blood draw, we draw one small lavender EDTA tube. I go to the patient, I have the kit, I draw the blood, and I send it off to the lab, which is really awesome. I could probably do a whole video on this later on. It's really cool. I'll probably do that because I feel like more people should know about it. And lastly is clinical research phlebotomy. So I have mentioned in my previous videos that I did work for a clinical research company, which I had a lot of fun doing, and I learned a lot about clinical research, clinical trials. And one thing that I found is that there's a lot of phlebotomy. Well, that's why I was there, right? I was the lab technician on site. But there was a big need for phlebotomists, and I believe mobile phlebotomy, because these participants have to have their blood drawn at certain intervals and time periods throughout the clinical trial. And I feel like mobile phlebotomy would be very useful because it expands the pool of applicants for these trials, and two, the compliance goes way up because we would have patients who were employed but couldn't make appointments or couldn't make the blood draws because they were employed, and they couldn't just, come to our office for like $50 and miss their whole day at work, or, it was just a big inconvenience for them. And I feel like we lost a lot of patients like that. And I feel like if a clinical research trial were to partner with the mobile phlebotomist, it just increases their, I guess, pool of participants a lot. And I'm sure this already takes place, but I would definitely like to partner with someone. So if you're a clinical research company or you work for one, give me a shout out, let them know my name, and maybe we can do business. So yeah, let's scroll down. I'm sorry. If we scroll down, I have a little kind of like an about me of my website. And if I scroll down even further, I kind of have blog posts. I'll probably fill this in later, but the first thing I put in was meet the owner because this is me, and it gives a summary of my experience, kind of what I talked about in my first video here on how I became a phlebotomist. So if you want to read this or you want to check out that video, both links will be in the description below. And then also, I wrote about Allied Health Mentors because Allied Health Mentors is something that I want to see grow and I want to continue with. Although I'm starting this mobile phlebotomy business, I still want to work on Allied Health Mentors and kind of um, show other, phlebotomists and other allied health professionals that they can do a lot more than just work for someone else. So if we scroll down, I have my email capture here, subscribe, updates, new services and promotions. I do want this to grow and I do want to stay in touch with my patients, and anyone who's interested, I will send them an email blast. I also have links to Facebook, Yelp, and Instagram, so check us out. Hemovative, one word, just like it's spelled here. I'll still put descriptions down below, but check us out. Follow us if you want to stay up to date. Yeah. And then lower prices. So for a normal blood draw, this is me just coming to the patient's home. Let's say they have the requisition from Quest or LabCorp, and their insurance covers the test. That's fine. They're going to be safe on the insurance side as long as the doctor put the DX codes. Their insurance is going to cover the lab testing. But what I am charging for is basically the concierge service of me coming to their house, drawing their blood, and then transporting that blood to the lab and making sure it gets there safe. So that's my fee. My fee is only $30, which is really cheap compared to a lot of mobile phlebotomies, especially mobile phlebotomy companies, especially here in Southern California. A lot of them charge 50 to 100. I could probably charge more, but again, I'm new. I'm just growing this, and so kind of as a selling point for patients to try me out because I'm so new and I don't have a lot of reviews. It's only $30. I have the description here, details. If they want to schedule an appointment, it just goes down to the Let's Chat, which is the contact us form basically, and that's what all these buttons do. Just because I'd like to have an email from the patient. Maybe I'll move on to online scheduling in the beginning, but this is what I'm starting with. And then customized lab orders. Again, I'm going to make another video right after this and talk about how patients can order their own labs, how you can order labs for your patient. But I'm giving the patients an option to have it ordered for them. I can order it for them, but I am charging $15 just to order it for them. It's just kind of like a convenience fee. And then if whatever the total cost is, I'm going to charge the patient that, or they can pay it themselves. I'll show them how to do it. But this is just kind of like an option for them. Lastly, again, sneak peek early gender testing. I am charging $140 per kit. Everyone who partners with Sneak Peek Clinical charges different. The range is between $129, but no more than $150. That's just the partnership. That's how they want to keep it affordable. And I think 140 is pretty affordable because that covers the shipping, the handling, me coming out, the kit. It covers a lot, and I think it's a pretty reasonable price. I've already had a few patients with this. It's probably been my most successful product so far as I'm growing, and I haven't had a complaint yet. I think it's an awesome thing to be a part of, and it's, again, 8 weeks. That's super early in the pregnancy. And if they want to schedule an appointment, patients can come down here, send me an email, inquire about the service, and we're good from there. So yeah, that's it, guys. This is my website, my mobile phlebotomy service website. Stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Well, you can follow Allied Health Mentors on YouTube, and I'll keep you guys up to date with how this is going. Stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to show you how you can order your own blood work and not have to worry about a doctor ordering it for you. It's really interesting. Stay tuned. Go ahead and Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Check out the links below if you want to check out this website. Again, that is www.hemovative.com. Into your URL and it'll pop up. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Remember, Allied Health Mentors is all about mentoring and guiding allied health professionals into this, I guess, world of allied health professionals that we're important and we have so much more to offer than we might think initially. All right. Well, thanks. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye.